you have a sick elder, a sick spouse, God forbid a sick child. There are all kinds of options out there in terms of palliative care or aggressive intervention or hospice. What questions do loved ones need to ask their doctors when things are going south really quickly?
Well,
to be able to make the type of decisions that need to be made.
I think I want to preface it by saying that I don't think there's ever a substitution for a scenario where the family that you describe has a primary care physician who has a long-standing relationship with the patient. There's no substitute for that. Because trust is a critical part of this equation in being able to understand what the patient wants and understand that the physician who's involved wants to support that patient, and that there is a longitudinal trust involved in actual performance. That having been said, you oftentimes would want to say, well, what would you do? What would you do if it was your mother? But I will say that physicians are leery of answering those questions, particularly if you don't have this relationship, because it's really easy to be in a position where you end up imposing your value system onto the patient by virtue of your answers. And that's something that we don't really want to do. And that's the genesis of not wanting to answer that question, generally speaking. So that if you have a relationship, you're more likely to be able to get an answer that's meaningful to that question. But I think clear-cut questions and answers are really critically important here. So is the person likely to survive this illness?
Right.
Is really important, because I've seen situations where people get referred into hospice and no one understood that there was a terminal condition. That's just astonishing that could be the case. So, so I think asking pointed questions and getting them answered and being persistent until you get them answered is the pathway.